Good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever it may be, where you are at this point in the day. But welcome to my channel. My name is Bill, and this is just a man and his deuce and a half. Anyway, today I figured we'll talk about the inside of the Deuce. Let's say you want to go for a ride. I've already walked around the outside and kicked the tires, which I'm not getting off the property today. We're just going to take a simple little trip out in my woods. Got a short little trail, goes up a pretty good steep hill. But let's, before I crank this noisy thing up, I'm going to flip the screen around here and we'll talk about these switches and gizmos and gadgets and what have you. All right. First off, let's look at this big lever right there. That is your main kill switch. So you've got to flip that to on, of course, before any electrical even tries to come on. All right. Next to that little pull thing is your stop. Now what that does is just turns the fuel off over there on your hydraulic head. So that's how these trucks run. There is no electric, it's not like there's anything electrical going on. There's no spark plugs. There's nothing like that. This is a high compression engine. So the only way to shut these off is to kill the fuel. That's how all diesel engines used to be. May still be somewhat, but I don't keep up with new technology. This one down here that says throttle, that is like your cruise control of sorts. Basically, you can hold the idle up or whatever. And you got that goofy, I say goofy, I'm sure it's necessary in military aspects, but you've got your lights. So one click over, well, to go anything to the right, you've got to let me get the camera down here a little better. This bottom one here says unlock. So basically, you got to unlock, and then you're gonna flip it. One click over is just taillights, and the other click over is your headlights and blinkers and all that. Down there on the floor is the old school high beams. All right, so mine got all these marked. So someone had asked what that one was. That's high beams. It's your high beam indicator. This one is not an indicator or nothing. What this one is a light. It's the same as this one over here. Oops, sorry. These light up your gauges. So inside, in the back of here, is cutouts. So they are supposed to allow the light in. If this is really dim, which they are on mine, it's because it's gotten dirty, filthy, probably just needing buffed out or whatever. Personally, I like the newer style gauges, and if I ever went that route, I would probably just replace the whole gauges that have their own built-in light. I mean, it's not like this truck's going to be used for military reasons. Hopefully. I've got a switch added because I think it's for creature comforts, and the diverter is right there. But and I'm slowly working on putting my grenade. I got the end in there. I still got to do a little bit of work to that. I added a cup holder. You got your gun mounts, which I don't have the boots that sit on the floor, but no biggie deal. You got your alternator reading here. You want it to be in the green. The green's around the 24, 26 volt area at the line. You don't want it to be in the red. If it's in the yellow, chances are your alternator is biting the dirt. But you got your air, your annoying air, which will we'll hear, and I'll probably tone out some of the buzzing. But you got your temperature, you got your RPMs, speedometer, which mine bounces, doesn't work real well, and then your oil. Now up here, you can tell her bird got in my damn truck. Anyway, up here is pyro gauges. You got your, this is my, I believe this one's the temperature and this one's the boost. Pretty self-explanatory. And of course your blinkers. And then what you may not know is on this blinker switch, if you want the hazards, you pull it up all the way up. So to put the hazards on, you come up a click, then you push this back, and then you come up one more. And then you got hazards. I had no idea. Figured that out. And down here, I've got, this truck is equipped with the, cold weather start. Basically, it has a spot where you can hook the an ether can up to, and then, you know, this would give it a little douse of ether. I don't know that it works. I've never had it hooked up. And lastly, down here is for your front axle. Locks in your front axle. Out, of course, is out. And to lock it in, you put it over the end. I've never used this either, which I've taken the bottle off when I put the power steering on. It kind of changed some stuff up, so got to find another mounting spot for that, which the winch wipers are quite the joke on these trucks anyway. I mean, they function. Let's leave it at that. They function. And they make a lot of noise. They're air driven motors. So they exhaust out into the truck, and it's nasty noisy. But I've got a GPS in here. I mainly use that to track my miles per hour, since the gauge is kind of wonky. And then up there's my backup camera. And I believe I got my light back here, which I don't currently have this plugged in anymore. But yeah, it's my cab light. And let's see here, and I don't know. Oh, and of course you got your, down here is your air cleaner indicator. So if that goes red, then you know then your air cleaner is starting to get clogged up. But that's about it for that. So let's give this thing a whirl here. We're gonna turn the power switch on. There's that annoying buzzer. We're gonna come over here and hit the start button. And that, my friend. All right, I'm gonna turn that power switch off just so we get some air pressure, until that air pressure builds up, and I can talk to you guys. But that's how a truck is supposed to start. That easy. I didn't have to give it no gas or you know, or anything. What else to talk about these trucks? You see, it's this window here is probably not rolled all the way up. It's not. Sorry. So you see, I need some new seals on these doors. Both of them are pretty bad, but that's pretty much the inside of this truck goes. Let's see if I can figure out how to mount this phone here. There we go. And we'll go for a little spin. Still ain't got enough air pressure. But I do appreciate everyone that watches these videos and comments. I really do. I really do enjoy answering questions. But anyway, let's see if this thing's ready. Yes, we are good to go. We're ready for takeoff. So we're just going to take a quick little drive property out here, what I always call my grass farm. I got about, I don't know, about 11, 12 acres of grass, about 4 acres of woods. We're coming up on my shooting range. It's kind of a little bit of a mess. Shooting guns hasn't been that fun lately. Too expensive. Alright, let's see if we can get up this trail without dropping my phone in the floor. Go ahead and kick in the front axle, because I'm sure you can't tell how steep this hill is. The camera does not do it justice. But I'm in high gear, first gear. Not even breaking a sweat. It's just a chugging. To the top. Disengage the front axle. I don't need it no more. Simple part of my drive in the woods here. My cabin. The rest of my property. And down there's the shop.
down. Dodge.
But that's pretty much it for today. Next time I get up underneath the hood, we're gonna talk about the injection pump a little bit. Maybe try to make that a little bit more clear. I'll try to add some illustrations and some pictures that I took when I did mine. I know there's other people. I've seen other videos, which is what I used. I watched many videos, and there's a lot of good videos out there on the injection pump. I'm not going to try to outdo those by no means, but I like to point out the simple things. For if I can even classify myself as a backyard mechanic. More of the backyard mechanic. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have, give me a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. But other than that, I hope y'all have a glorious time and go out and buy you a Deuce. It's well worth the money. Thanks.